Hello, 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 Libras. Welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? I'm just getting ready here. Get myself all situated and squared away. Oh my goodness, it's been a crazy, crazy day already. Welcome. So for those of you that are brand new, my name is Patty. I'm a little bit crazy on this once in a while. I'm an empath here to do your intuitive tarot. I do leave the chat open, so if you have any questions, you can always ask. If it is recorded, you can always make a comment. I do respond to all my comments and emails. So if you email me a question or you're going through something and you're struggling through something or whatever, you can always email me, all right? Or go to divinewarriorintuitive.com on the bottom if you feel like you want to set up a session or a one-on-one tarot. All right, so let's get started, guys. This is for Libras. This is for the 26th through the 2nd of May. We have a full moon on the 26th, depending on where you are in the world, but it also goes to the 27th. So this full moon is in Scorpio. It is a powerful, powerful moon. It is packed full of energies, guys. I'm not going to lie. It is really, so if you're feeling like you're in a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, give yourself a break. It's the full moon. Just hold on. It will be over by the 30th. You're like, what do you mean? No, that long? Yeah, that long. Wow. This is interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so we're going to be doing the 26th through the 2nd. First oracle I am pulling out is for the divine. And that is definitely the energies, like if you're asking a question, it's like if you're just seriously asking the divine a question, maybe this is his response to you. Maybe this is something that he's trying to share with you to either challenge you or get you through a struggle or whatever it is in your life. This is the divine's card, your message for you. Okay. And hopefully this will resonate with you. All right. Second card is for the current energies. That card is for what's going on for the week of the 26th through the 2nd for you guys. And then the third card is the future energies. Those future energies are I'm going to say are pretty much the planets and the moon at this point. They're going to last about 2 months. Okay. So just know that these energies are your future energies. So if you're taking notes or writing notes to see how you progress and all that kind of stuff in your walk in life and your guidance and everything, this would be a really good one to write down, especially if the divine is answering questions or if something is happening. I was really excited about one viewer who I explained to her how to go about in asking for something of the divine or getting a sign from the divine, and the divine did give it to her. So and then she came on and she's like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yeah, that's how he works. It's not that hard. So our first oracle out is going to be a divine's, as I said, the energies that he's helping you getting through life or whatever that is. So the card for him is focus. The reason why I said in the very beginning is I just did a reading for Cancers and this was theirs, exact same card. Now you saw me shuffling. I can't make this up. So this is definitely a card for you guys, for your energies. Now it is also the number 6, which can also be read as the number 3. The number 6 is about your harmony and improvement. So, and it's also the number 3 to acknowledge that what you're working towards is going to bring you more harmony, improvement, more of yourself, upper self, higher self kind of a thing, maybe even a self to come more closer to the spirit. So this is something, whatever, if you ask the divine and said, well, how do I do this? How do I figure out? He's telling you, focus. Okay, and some people lose focus very, very quickly, very easily. If you're a multitasker in your brain, like I have been, it's really, really hard to stay focused in on one thing. But that is the whole key, is to stay focused in on the one thing. Okay, so if you're a multitasker in your brain, slow it down for a minute, stay focused. When your mind begins to wander again, nope, I'm focusing on this. Put the other things away. Those are distractions. So stay focused. And that is the lower vibrations trying to get you distracted because they don't want you to have what you're supposed to. Okay. Second oracle out is this is the current week energy, the 26th through the 2nd, and that is the cat. That is independence and healthy boundaries. That is the number 9. cat has popped up like no tomorrow in these last 2 weeks. And so this is all about your healthy boundaries. So maybe somebody does need to stay focused in on their bad habits to change those to more healthy habits, more healthy boundaries. Learning to say no. Thank you. So that was something. And that independence of the cat, when you look at the cat, we do need some independence, but we do not want to be codependent. We do not want somebody to be codependent on us. So looking at those things this week might be really, really beneficial to you, because also with this full moon, the energies are out of the charts. And I'm not going to go into that right now, but I am doing a full moon astrology energy and a reading. So I do the astrology part first and how those energies are going to reflect on you or affect you. I'll do that first, and then I go to a reading. I do answer questions as I go, especially if we're talking about something and you chime in on that. I will answer those. If you have a other question that might not be related to that, I will answer it anytime you have anytime I have a live reading, you can do that. But if it's not related to what we're talking about, then I do it at the very end. Will I pull a card? Yes, I'll pull a card or two. But actually, if the divine is giving me a download, I will do that first. So the future energy for the moon and the planets and things like that, we really got to pay mindful focus on this, guys, because it's the high priestess. And that's why my tarot is different, is because I focus in on what the divine and what the second dimension is trying to share through the cards. There's a lot of tarot readers that sort of do that or not do that because anybody can read tarot. However, it's so imperative that we listen to that second dimension because that's where our visions are. That's where the prophecy is. That's where our intuition is as being an empath. That's where all my abilities come from and have exploded. But that's the thing, is we have to listen to the High Priestess and the Hierophant. 2021, the Hierophant is the highest card. This is the highest. It's awakening. It's our spiritual awakening. That is the card for 2021, the Hierophant. And the High Priestess is right below that. So High Priestess on this is about your discernment. It's about your visions. If it's about prophecy, it is about the supernatural part of you. Yes, you. Because everybody has it. Everybody has it. It's also the number 2. Now, this is the future card, remember, and this is also the moon and the planets with that number 2. When you're looking at the High Priestess, you can either bring that vision into focus, bring it towards you, or you can blow it away and separate it and say, you know what, forget it. And then you blow it apart. So this is about the number 2, bringing something in, bringing something towards you, bringing balance. Could be a partnership with somebody. Now, Cancers just had partnership as their future, but this is also a partnership with you. A lot of people don't even think about that. What do you mean by a partnership with you? This is a partnership with your world side and your spiritual side, your unseen, your paranormal side, your supernatural side, that intuition, that voice that tells you what to do and not do. Okay, so those are the 3 themes of these for this oracle. So let's see what you guys are supposed to be focusing in on, because it was very interesting to see what the Cancers were focusing in on. But what this current energy with the cat and being intense, that is the number 9. It's intense. Really, this is what you need to focus in on. So what is it that is not working in your life? What's not balanced in your life? What's not healthy in your life? What is the low vibrational thinking that you need to change? So some of us say, well, I can't do that. I'm not smart enough. Okay, that right there, you just told yourself that you were going to bind yourself to this level because you said you're not smart enough. You don't know unless you go there. Yeah, for me, I could never do like molecular science, or I can't be an astronaut or anything because I don't have, and I didn't train myself to have the math and the chemistry and things like that. That was a choice. I didn't like it, didn't want to. However, we limit ourselves. We limit ourselves. That is an unhealthy boundary. We have to say, okay, I'm going to give it a try. I don't like the word try because try is empty. We're either going to do it or we're not going to do it. Okay, so when you're going to do that in the future, You want to be able to say, I am going to give it an attempt, and I am going to at least do it. And if I don't like it, or if I can't do it, okay, I gave it a shot. I didn't fail. There's no such word as fail. I at least gave it an attempt, and it's not something I want to do, something I don't enjoy, something that, no, not something I want to learn. And you gave it a shot, and that was it. You didn't try. Try is a half attempt. Try is half-assed. So I don't like the word try. I eliminate that from my vocabulary. I gave it a shot. I did it. And now here's the analysis of if I'm going to move forward with it or not. Okay. So your first card out is the Knight of Swords. Somebody's holding themselves back. Somebody's holding them. You know, if we had the Knight in the upright, but it came in the reverse, it came in the reverse because somebody's holding themselves back. Somebody's focus isn't quite there. It doesn't mean that, you know what, they're off track or anything. It's just maybe they don't have enough information. Maybe they're not allowing this information to come into them. Maybe they're a little stubborn because it has to do with your focus on your independence and healthy habits. Okay. If you're young and you're like in college, or, you know, you're still living at home, maybe this is a time for you to focus in on how you want to grow, what you want to do with your life to break away that independence, because sometimes parents are not going to be there all the time. So we need to focus in on growing in that aspect. And that is something you have to ask the divine on how to do that and help you with that. All right. So let's keep going. All right. Oh, well, thanks. So we got to focus, but sometimes we do have to end certain things. We do have to stop things, and sometimes that's a good thing, because if we're not focused, something is getting in the way, and we need to push it aside. For example, if you're a student or if you're working and you've got something, it could be at work. You're working and somebody keeps interrupting you, and you can't get what you need done because you can't stay focused by that. You keep getting interruptions. So you need to tell them, hey, can you just give me an hour? Don't come to my desk for an hour. Or, hey, you know, maybe turn off your phone, maybe turn off the notifications and the text if you're a student, because that's the thing, is you need to shut it off so that you can actually stay focused, because somebody's not. Okay. You're holding yourself back. Wow. Somebody might have to end a relationship, a friendship, because this is time to create a healthy boundary. And being the number 7 is getting in the way of your ambition and your future and your potential of how well you can do something. When we multitask, we can't do things as well as if we stay focused in on one thing. Okay? If you focus in on one thing, then you can do it to the best of your ability, accomplish it, and finish it. However, if you focus in on too many things, then you can't. And somebody, thank you, somebody robs your time. Time is priceless. You'll never get that second back. When you're watching me, you're never going to get that second back. So somebody robs your time. And then before you know it, time is gone and you're like, wow, where did that go? So thank you. So, and this is creating independence and also strong values, strong morals, strong integrity to be able to say, hey, no, I can't go today because I've got to focus in on this thing. Or I'm trying to focus. Thank you. So they're sharing, when you're in a relationship, I don't know how many people do this. However, when you're in a relationship, definitely this happens a lot. So you have a male that has a lot of female friends, you have a female that has a lot of male friends, and you have a brand new relationship coming in, And then he's got all these female friends that he goes to and asks for opinions. And, you know, what do you think what she said? You know, she's new and blah, blah, blah. I have a friend that's doing this right now that's driving me up a wall. I got to share this with him sometime, because it's like he'll go and he'll talk to his friends about me. And it's like, okay, what do you think? And then he'll come back to me and I'm like, no, you're really wrong. Would you stop talking to these people? I want to say. Or maybe I'll go to somebody and talk about him. Well, what do you think about it? I don't do that because, you know what? I don't talk to my friends because they don't know him. But we do that, and then we cannot focus in on actually the two people and communicating good about that relationship and growing ourselves. We get too many people involved, and that's not healthy. We need to stay independent as two people, talk to each other, figure each other out, keep the distractions aside. If we don't do that, it's going to kill it. It's going to kill it. And you know what? Your intuition, your future is saying, don't do that. You know, you have a question about this guy, this girl that I'm bringing to you, ask me, because I'm the one that brought him there. Because we've got the high priestess again. Twice, guys, twice. So if you're in a dating relationship and you're like, oh, well, I can have all these female friends. I need to be your best female friend. Why do you need all these other female friends? I have all these male friends. Well, I want to be your best male friend. How can I be your best male friend when you got all these other ones on the side? You can't focus on what you need to be focusing in on. Maybe I'm old school, but you know what? I see a lot of breakups because of it. A lot. Whereas if the two people are just focused in on themselves, they're each other's best friend, those are the ones that succeed. Are these upside down? Yes, they are. Are they upside down, or we got some upside down? Oh, okay. So we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse. So something's really definitely hidden. Somebody's really not paying attention at all. Somebody could also be extremely, extremely shameful about something. Don't want to share it. This is oh, okay. So yeah, this is this they're telling me that this is this. Okay, so there is a healthy boundary that needs to be set. I see that somebody really needs to share this with somebody, and they're not, and you're going against your intuition. It's okay to share it. I don't know what it is at this time, but it's okay to share it. It needs to get out. It needs to get out for somebody. I don't know who that's for. Stay focused in on this. Okay, thank you. So if something is really on your mind over and over and over and over again, or you can't get something off your mind, this is what the divine is saying. I need you to not only focus in on this, there's a message in it. I need to tell you something. I need to share something. I need you to pay attention to something. I really need you to focus. It's like people ask me about, oh, I see 111, I see 333, I see 222. You know, this, the more intense that you hear it, or if it's getting louder and louder, that's saying, hey, pay attention. And the reason why I know that is not only through experiences, but what the divine wisdom has given me. Because not only have I done that, because remember, you guys, for those that are new, may not know, but I'm very audio. I hear things. I feel energies. I'm an empath. So I have an enormous amount of aura energy that I can feel, and I also hear. So a lot of and it comes and goes, just depends on who's on the other side that wants to come through. But the thing is, the first time that I realized I was super audio, I thought I was going nuts. I heard it once and I thought, okay, where did that come from? And then this was all in a matter of like an hour. And the second time I heard that exact same thing, it was a little bit louder. And I'm like, okay, now where did that come from? What is going on? Because I already had abilities, but this was the audio ability that was growing and becoming more and more stronger in my life. And I was like, I'm not going to do that. Are you kidding? No, I'm not going to do that, because I was working at the time when this was happening. And long story short, within a matter of minutes, I was in that same area of where my work was, and it came as loud can be. So I'm like, okay, fine. And I thought, I'm going nuts. I am going nuts. Because it was a direction to do something. And so when I listened it, and if you want to know what it is, watch my paranormal video, because I tell about a lot of different paranormal stories. And you can click on the paranormal video in the playlist, and it'll be underneath there about like my paranormal stories or something like that. And but long story short, I listened to it and I'm like, okay, so I did it, and I'm like standing there, see, I'm going crazy and nothing's happening. I'm going crazy, nothing's happening. Okay, see, and lo and behold, that minute I said that, that person comes walking around the corner, did what the person or divine or whoever was instructing me at that time, and I began to shake and stand in my boots. And so pay attention. There is a message. If something keeps happening over and over and over in your life, and that's how you get unstuck in a lot of things too. Holy crap, I didn't realize that. This is the message divine wants for you guys. So like I tell everybody, sometimes there's lots of cards and then sometimes there's not. This is the message that you're supposed to get today. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention. All right. Okay, because we have the High Priestess twice here, and we have the Divine saying focus. We have the cat telling us to pay attention to our healthy boundaries. Boy, lots of reverse today. So we have, again, yeah, a message of truth. Pay attention. This is a message of truth. This is the number one, a new creative energy. This is new for somebody. This is really new, and somebody's really nervous about it. And yeah, you're not focusing in on it very much. We've got the Emperor, and that's the number 4. So if you reverse it, pay attention to it, it becomes more stable. It becomes something that you're doing more and more and more. And then you'll be able to see these little dots connect, and you're like, whoa, it's a very interesting journey. Then we have the Empress, which is wisdom. Okay, his is sort of knowledge more than wisdom. However, he is the wisest in the world. Okay, so the Hierophant is the wisest in the spiritual realm. The Emperor is the wisest in the world. First dimension, second dimension, very different. So I would love to know how many people live their life in the second dimension, or which means more spiritual. So everything that you do, you ask divine for first, or ask his opinion first, or if you're worldly, that you choose to do whatever you want rather than what you need, or listening to your intuition. I always like to know those kind of things. Am I the only one out there that lives spiritually? No, I'm sure I'm not. That's why my world is very small, and I don't have a lot of friends, or I don't have good relationships, because it's an empath. It's like you can't lie to me, unfortunately. And so when I catch people in it, then it's like, gosh, dang it, really? You know, if it's a little lie or whatever, I don't mind. I can deal with that. But when it's a continuing lie, yeah, you're holding yourself back, guys. Reverse this around. So the only reason why you're not getting your celebrations, your dates, you're staying with your dates or your mates or whatever, things like that, or you're not moving to the altar or whatever you want to do in that aspect, is because you're holding your world back. Okay? Because again, this is a reverse. This is your future energy. It's because you're not staying focused. And the thing is, you're focused on the wrong thing. Thank you. They're saying somebody's focused on the wrong thing. And I'm just asking, okay, so what do you want them to focus on? He says, spirit. The undimension, or the second dimension, the where the paranormal, supernatural, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not talking about in the negative. I'm talking about the highest level of vibrations. I'm talking about light, like in light workers. I'm talking about spirit, the divine, the Holy Ghost, the Holy One, the Sacred One, the God, the Allah, the Yahweh, whatever it is that you go to. If you, it's like, focus in me, focus in me. And if you look at the universe, that is also energy. That's why I do astrology, numerology, and that, because if you focus in on those, it's all the same. It's just that the divine is the ultimate because he creates everything. He creates us. He creates our intuition. That's our spirit. So, like I tell everybody, you have to start from spirit first. When I teach coaching, and even if I go to get to my Get Balanced 2020, you teach from the spirit first to the mind, the body, because the spirit tells the mind what to do, the mind tells your body what to do and not do, what to say, not say. But if you start here and you go here, your life gets all kerfuffled, and then you live by world and not spirit first. So start here, live by world. Start here, live by second dimension. I live by second dimension because I've had too much experience in it. Okay. Whew. All right, let's get to the moon and the planets. Again, if there's anything that you are hearing, I keep hearing this over, you're hearing something that is coming up. If you are seeing signs of something coming up over and over and over again, there is a message in it. Okay. Don't hold yourself back. Oops. Don't hold yourself back. Because your first card out is the, usually if the Knight of Swords is in upright, it means there's something coming in fast and you're going to pay attention to it. But you're not, because the thing is you ended up with the 10 of Swords on the next card. Okay, so pay attention to that. Divine says if you don't end it, or if you don't stop it, or if you don't complete it, I will. And it's going to be a lot harder because it'll be more painful. But when you lose something or do something and it ends, you just have to look at that as part of the process. Learn from it. Don't stay there. Don't let those emotions there. With this full moon, oh my gosh, you guys got to watch the full moon video on the 26th, because I got a bunch of stuff to share with you guys. But if you're in an emotional roller coaster, hang on, because it's just temporary. This is the full moon. This is what's going on with the full moon. Very emotional full moon. All right, so let's get seeing what they have to say for the planets. And I'm going to say that it's probably going to be pretty close to what the divine is saying, because it always is. It always is. And I was just listening to a few astrologers this morning, just honing in and making sure that my energies are right with it. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so remember I said if you're hearing that message over and over and over again, it is time to put it to rest. So you got to get to the bottom of it. You got to figure it out, because whatever that is, that we got to put that in the past and not carry that into the future energies, because the Bone Collector is the #1 card. The Bone Collector is about leaving all the stuff behind, but it's also the #1 card because we're moving forward. Okay, we need this Knight to turn around. So the only way that you can do that is pay attention to those messages that are coming into you. And if you're getting messages, or if you're like, I don't understand what this means, email me. Put a comment in, email me, and I will help you get through that process of understanding that. And that, because it's, whatever is coming up is coming to life. That is the number 9, 10, 11. It's the number 2 again. We've got High Priestess. This is spirituality. This is paying attention to your vision, your discernment, something that's supernatural working with you. Maybe you're having an ability awakening up. And this is about home. So, home. Okay, so, but it's also about the number 9, which is extremely intense. So putting things back, and this is the planets, definitely, because as we move into this full moon, it is about death and rebirth. Again, death and rebirth. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I did this with the others. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but it is about death and rebirth. So it is about learning how to, refuel. Anything that you can think about, how can I refuel? How can I get more, energy, re-energize, things about that nature. That's what's going to happen. But in your home, this is between you and the divine. Home is where you can go in a safe place, wherever you are, if you're in your car. And this is, thank you. So they want you, what they're saying is they want you to go to your spiritual place, because that's where we are. Thank you. They're definitely there. That's what they're saying. Go to your spiritual place, whether you have to go sit in your car alone, whether you close the door by yourself in a room, whether you take a walk alone, whether you take a long shower. I don't know how many of you guys, but the divine talks to me in the shower a lot, and in the car, because I don't do the radio. If I really want to talk to the divine, I really just whoop, and I listen and I ask and I actually converse with him and he responds. Some days he doesn't because maybe I am not ready to hear the answer or whatever it is. But step out in nature. This is where you have to go to your sanctuary. And it's the number 9. So this is almost like you must. This is very intense. And this is where you can stay. Thank you. They're saying that you can stay focused. Okay. So stay focused on the higher powers, whatever you want to call them, sacred one, divine, God, whatever it is that you want to call it. But this is the planet's energies, and I will share more of that on the 26th because they are very powerful in Scorpio, because the moon's opposing 5 other planets and other things that are going on. And when the moon opposes so many planets and energies, we sort of have like a fight going on. So it'd be like you start out like the lion and it usually goes to a lamb, start out roaring and then it usually quiets down. No, it's going to be start out with the lion in April, end with the lion in April. So that's the energy. All right. So I don't know how to explain that anymore. But if you are struggling with something in staying focused or divine or anything like that, you're missing the signals, you're missing whatever it is, please make it, do a comment or email me. I'd be happy to help you and answer. I answer everything. So, or there's some videos as well. Like I said, if you want to watch the paranormal video, I tell you about a lot of my paranormal things. I think there's poltergeist in there and the one that I just explained and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, there's that. All right, guys, Libras. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also, too, for you brand new people, there is a video on, if you're all confused about my tarot, there is a video on why is my tarot different. Go and watch that. I think it's for new people or unsubscribed people. Just go on there on the playlist or the videos. It'll be there. And then the new moon video will help you to understand the full moon video coming up on the 26th, all those energies, because they're going to continue pretty much. And we will see you on the 26th or the 3rd of May. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys and wish you very much wealth and health and success. Until next time, take care.